In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you what modulation is, the different types, and how to apply them in playing. Modulation is the process of changing from one key to another in a piece of music or in a song. The first type of modulation I'll be showing you is called the direct modulation or phrase modulation. This means that there is a sudden shift to a new key without preparation. So for example, I'll be using Twinkle Little Star in this case. So twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You see that? Then how I wonder what you are. For you to do this direct modulation easily, like the one I just did earlier, you must have learned how to play this chord in other keys. I can also do the modulation to any key, either forward or backward, but majorly it's always move forward a semitone. So if you listen to this song by Michael Jackson, I Will Always Love You by Whitney Austin, just almost at the end too, there is modulation. The next type of modulation is called common chord modulation, also called pivot chord modulation. Okay, let's take for example, we want to modulate from C and we want to modulate to G, for example. Okay, so what we need to do first is that we need to understand the chords. So for C, this is a scale of C. So this is chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, and chord 7, B diminished, half diminished. Okay, good. Then we're going to go to G. We also do the same thing. This is the G scale. Okay, now, so these are the chords: G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and F sharp diminished. Good. The next question you need to ask yourself is, which chord do I have on the key of C and also present on the key of G? That chord is the pivot chord. Okay, now let's take that. If you check it carefully, we have A. A minor is common to both chords, which is chord 6 to C and then chord 2 to G. Let's check another one again. E minor is also common. E minor to C is chord 3, chord 3 to C, then chord 6 to G. So we can either use A minor or E minor to pass to the key of G. So let's try it now. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I'm going to use A minor now. If you notice it, if you are not careful, you will not know that I've modulated. Then let's use the second one, which is E. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Look at it now. Little star. So if you're not careful, I've modulated, you will not know. Sometimes you might still use the altered note modulation. Let's say, for example, a chord that is meant to be a minor, we're going to change it to a major. So you can also use this technique to modulate using the common tone type. So for example, twinkle, twinkle, little star, then how I wonder what you are. See what I did? Then I play this. I know that I'm going to G. So instead of me playing G direct, which is seamless, no. I want to create awareness that I'm modulating. So I'll do this. So look at it. Then it will help the singer to modulate with awareness. Another method you can use is common tone. So for example, let's say we are in the key of D. Okay, now we want to modulate to, let's say, B. Now we need to look at its common tone. This one is not a chord, it's a tone. We are going to look carefully. Okay, which of the notes on the key of D do we also have on the key of B? So if you play the scale of D major, then you play the scale of B major, what did you notice? F sharp is common to them. So some composer in orchestration, for example, Yanni, you see them use it as pedal points. See, while I held on this, then you see that some other chords are coming in. You see that? Then I'm on the new key. Another type of modulation is chromatic modulation. So how do you do this? It means that the modulation occurs by altering one or more notes chromatically, leading to the target key. We use the same twinkle little star again. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Then how I wonder what you are. Look at me now. Kind of easy. How I wonder what you are. So what did I do? When I ended on C, my C major chord, don't forget, is I'm using triad, no seventh here. G, C, E, depending on the version, which is G, C, E. It can also be C, E, G. So what I'm going to do is that the root note of the original key, you altered it. You see that now, which means I've changed it to, I've diminished it from the root, right? Good. So what after that, then you are modulating directly to the next key, which means what? You strike the D key. I wonder what you are. Look at it now. I altered it. Then I'm going to twinkle. It creates awareness too. Another type of modulation which you need to know is sequential modulation. So the change is achieved through a sequence of a repeated melody or harmonic pattern shifted up or down. So for example, the same twinkle little star, we have accord 1, twinkle twinkle little star, then 4, how I wonder what you are. The whole of this chord, all of a sudden, the same way it is, the same pattern, the same melody, I shifted it up to D. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Look at it again. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, then how I wonder what you are. Look at it again. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, then how I wonder what you are. Now, see, if you listen to Rosanna, oh my God, goodness, these guys are crazy. 4 modulations on one song. G, go to F. From F, they move to B flat. From B flat, they move to E flat, and they went back again to G. Oh my God, and it sounds so beautiful. You'll be wondering, how would they do that? Please check out the song. Another type of modulation types is chain modulation. This is also one of my favorites. You have heard it in different music, Phantom of the Opera and all those stuff. So what does this mean? It means that it's also sometimes called sequential modulation or pivot modulation, because literally what you are playing a chord that is common to the next scale we are going. It's a step-by-step change through a related key. Let's say, for example, from C, I want to modulate to, let's say, F. I want to go to F. What I will do is that this chord, which is C major, I will change it to what? A dominant seventh or minor seventh. Then I will come down. I'm already on the key. So let me show you. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Look at it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You see that there? How I wonder what you are. So you should know now by rules that most time when you play a dominant seventh chord, it resolves to the fifth below key of C. The fifth below C is F. So that's why that modulation works easily. But that's not the interesting thing. Let's say, for example, I don't want to use the direct modulation to go to the key of C sharp. How I wonder what you are. So let's say I don't want to go to the direct modulation, which is to C sharp. I can use this chain modulation to go to there. So let me quickly show you. Back to the scale of C. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do, let's say there is enough time for me. I'm going to do, watch, I'll go to there. Look at it, I'll go there. There. What did I do? I move in circle of fourth back. You playing each of those chords as their dominant seventh. So I started from C dominant seventh. I moved to F dominant seventh. Fifth from F is B flat dominant seventh. I went there again. Fifth from there is E flat. I played again. Dominant seventh, right? From fifth from dominant seventh is A flat. I play that again. Did you see that? Then fifth from A flat, from A flat dominant seventh is C sharp. So that gives me that. Wow. So you can do a lot of interesting things within that moving. A good example of an artist or a music you can listen to is Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon. Please listen to it. You hear that modulation there at the chorus area. The next type of modulation is secular fifth. That is easy. Most gospel music use that. So, secular fifth is this. So you have C and we are modulating to G. So that's just easy. So look at this now. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, then how I wonder what you are. So I just use the fifth of G, then I change it to my root note, which means to my new key. So that kind of modulation is a bit deceiving. If you are not careful, you won't know the person has modulated or the pianist or the singer has changed the key. So a key change followed by the circle of fifth pattern. Circle of fifth is the root note, then you count 7 semitones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, either backward or forward. Let's say I'm going backward, root note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, but this time around I did it forward, which means I can also do twinkle, twinkle, little star, and how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, and how I wonder what you are. You can also use this too. The next type of modulation is modal modulation. If we change the mode, for example, let's say instead of Ionian mode of C, I change it in my mind to Mixolydian. Mixolydian mode on C is, so I have a what? A minor seventh there. That's what changed the whole thing. So let's take the song, like for example, let's do Old MacDonald. So yeah, so Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now remember this chord. I played the seventh as B. Now I'm going to change it to what? B flat, because in the mode, Mixolydian mode, I have a flat 7 on the scale of C. So let's change it and you see how this changes. So Old MacDonald had a farm, then E-I, watch, I'm gonna play E-I-O. Did you see that transition? That mode at that time. So one beautiful thing about this mode is that you can decide to end on C, and according to dominant 7th rules, you can end on the 4th. So I'm going to doing the one for ending on the 4th of the scale of C. So look at it. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I. I've gone to the new key. Oh my God, E-I-E-I-O. I'm on the key of what? F. If I do not go down to F, if I didn't end at F, well, it's a choice. You can end either on F or C. Another type of modulation is tonicization. I'm sure you might have heard that word before. So, like I said in modal transition, is that if you are modulating and you just stay within some couple of notes and you come back to the original key, you've done what is called tonicization. So tonicization is a chord that is temporarily treated as a tonic of a key through the secondary dominant chord or borrowed chord. Okay, so what does that mean? Same twinkle little star, the same progression. Twinkle twinkle little star, then I wonder what you are. Still on that key. So tonicization now. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I look at it. Or one, I can remove this wonder, which means I play 8/7. Then what? Did you hear that now? So the 8/7 is the secondary dominant of D minor. To the 5 quickly and come back to C. So that's called temporary modulation. So that is tonicization. You can check out the song by Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. At the chorus, in fact, they sang entirely the whole chorus on a new key, find their way back again to the old key or the original key they are playing on. So listen to that song. You are going to hear it clearly there at the chorus part. Focus your attention at the chorus. I offer music lessons for schools and individuals, so feel free to reach out via Gmail. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with people who might like it. Thank you for watching and see you in my next tutorial.